The contestants have to cook a two-course meal of their own design. The judges are looking for imaginative dishes well executed and well presented. Only one will win a place in Friday's quarter-final. Experimental cook Stephen failed to impress early on, but is hoping his Asian-inspired menu will be enough to take him through to the quarters.
Yesterday you were in a bundle of nerves, and today I've watched you dice an onion with no problem at all, very confidently.
I just kind of got into it, forgot the whole idea, and actually just got into the spirit of what I'm doing.
What are we going to have from you?
It's going to be, I'm doing a fish curry, Thai fish curry.
And another course, what else you got?
I'm doing oranges in vanilla and cardamom syrup.
That's nice.
So something clean and refreshing.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you what, if you can make a very, very good curry, I'm going to be pretty impressed, that's for sure. Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks.
Stephen, I like the idea of fish curry, but the dessert for me right now is just far too simple.
No, I really like that. The orange, the cardamom. He said it's just there to cleanse your palate. I think that could be sublime.
Sheena played it safe with her choice of dish in round one. Is she willing to push the boundaries in the final test?
Sheena, what have you got for us? What are you offering up?
I'm making a pea and prawn risotto.
Followed by?
Gablioni.
So very Italian.
Yes.
What is it with you from Scotland and the love of the food of the north of Italy?
Well, you know, I like the food of the north of India as well, so must be something to do with the fact that I come from the north.
Is it all going to go south?
Well, you know what? After the experience I had this morning, I don't know.
Once again, I'll say that for me, Sheena is only doing as much as she has to do to get her through the next round.
Unless it's superb, and I mean really, and tastes like it's come from heaven, it's not enough work.
You are halfway. How worrying is that? Mike, a lot of ingredients. What are your two courses?
A seared piece of tuna fish, which has been marinated in some lemon juice and curds, and then a melange of summer vegetables. And then I've got summer fruits as well in my pudding as well.
Tell us, Mike, what you're trying to show us by cooking these two dishes.
Just the fact that I don't need to be flamboyant and not overcomplicating things, because that's not what I'm about.
I love trio four, it's absolutely great. I like the idea of the tuna, but the great big chunks of vegetables that are going in there, it's not the most attractive of dishes.
The thing is, though, he does have promise, but if he makes mistakes today with these two dishes, then, you know, there's nothing we can really do, unfortunately.
2 minutes left. You've got 2 minutes. That is it. Get it on the plate. You're out of time.
For his main course, Stephen has opted for a Thai coconut fish curry with jasmine rice and sweet cucumber relish. Dessert is caramelised oranges in vanilla and cardamom syrup.
And a bit of this prawn. Spicy, sour, pungent, big bit of chilli right at the back. It's a really nice curry.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I like that a lot. Refreshing, sweet, a little bit hot. Very nice.
A very complicated main course to what I could say is a very, very simple dessert.
Nice ideas, but the blending of spices, cardamom and vanilla, strong flavourings, really difficult. How do you feel now, your chances of the competition?
I feel they're much better than they were yesterday.
They have just 1 hour to cook a two-course meal of their own design. Only one will win a place in the quarter-final. After 2 difficult rounds, Craig is pulling out all the stops.
It's a roast stuffed monkfish, stuffed with peppers, anchovy, preserved lemon, sun-dried tomatoes with a drizzle of saffron water across the top.
You are playing with extraordinary flavours.
It's a risk. I could quite easily make it too salty and you'll hate it. We'll just have to see how we get on.
It is competition, you've got to take some risks, don't you?
Yeah.
The problem he's got here is he wants to show off some cookery skill, but has he got flavours that will be sympathetic to those beautiful fish?
Susan is banking on her favourite Italian dishes to get her through to the next round.
What are you making for us?
Porcini risotto and amaretto and strawberries and sabaglione.
Is a risotto enough to get you into a quarter-final?
Well, that's for you to decide, isn't it?
Susan's menu is so very simple. It has to be perfect. It has to be perfect.
Halfway, 30 minutes are gone.
With newfound confidence, Paul is keen to further his skills by making classic combinations with a twist.
Has the quarter-final door got your name on it?
I like to think so, yeah.
And what are you going to do that's going to get you into that quarter-final?
I've got a herb-crusted cod with bay roast potatoes on asparagus, and dessert is a rhubarb crumble trifle.
Why do you feel the need to use such an expensive vegetable, which is so powerful like asparagus, with a piece of beautiful cod?
All my friends love it, so that's why I decided to do it.
It's classic food being played with a bit, and I think that's dangerous. Should be adding the finishing touches, guys. You've got 2 minutes left.
Time's up.
Confident cook Paul has made herb-crusted cod with roast potatoes and asparagus and a rhubarb crumble trifle.
I get beautiful rich asparagus. I get lovely butter sauce. I get a really nice bit of potato, and I get that lovely texture of the crust on top of that cod.
Asparagus is perfectly in season at the moment. It's such a luxury item, I think it should be left to just stand alone. I think you've got some nice ideas, and I think you cook quite well. This is not a great dish. This is just component bits that have been cooked well.
All right, OK.
Bring in Pud. You can often see someone's personality in their food.
Yeah.
You're a big guy. I reckon we have got 2 kilos of dessert here. I mean, that is an enormous amount of pudding. There's not enough crumble in there to balance the wetness.
Right, OK.
It's not too sweet, which for me is good. You really want to do this, don't you?
Yeah, I do, I really do. I love people smile when they taste my food. Makes my day, you know?
Now is your chance to prove to us what absolutely amazing cooks you really are.
1 hour starts now.
They have to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one will win a place in Friday's quarter-final.
David, tell us what you're cooking for us.
Lemon risotto with seared sea scallops and a plum and almond tatin with creme anglaise, or custard.
I think this is all about safety. Looking at your recipes, although nice, I think these have been worked out with timings in mind here.
Well, that's always going to be an issue.
What would you say to someone who said your dishes are competent and not exciting?
It's what I like to eat. It's simple, well done.
Good on you, David.
David has impressed, but he still must make 2 perfectly finished dishes.
David's worked out his timing. He's been very, very safe in his courses. He's worked out what he has to do.
You see, that's the thing with David. He's going to manage to do it, but are you excited by it?
Gary's risking his dream on classic dishes he hopes will win over the judges.
Gary, what are you doing for us?
For me main course, I'm doing duck in orange sauce with potatoes and figs. My dessert, it's chocolate and toffee fondant.
There are many flavours and textures going on with this duck.
It's only a little bit on the duck, the rest's on the dressing as well, on the salad leaves.
Who taught you this stuff, mate?
I just taught myself. I watch cookery programmes all the time, and you pick it up off them. Like, I love duck, and I like it with orange sauce, so I know it's an old classic, but, you know, it's an old classic for a reason.
Gary His main course with that duck, he's got honey going on there, balsamic, figs and fried potatoes. My mind can't even imagine the flavours, let alone my taste buds.
But the guy cares. He really, really cares. He wants to do something. He wants to change his life. You've got 5 minutes left.
Samia wants to wow with a menu from her French-Algerian background.
I'm making a chicken tagine with lemons and olives, and I'm making a tarte au prune with plums.
You're using spices?
I'm using saffron, coriander, bit of cinnamon, not too much.
This is the food you love. Tagine, North African, plum tart, very French. We're going to get great food today, Samia.
I hope so.
20 minutes to go. Samia's rolling out the pastry for a tart. There is no way in the world she'll get the pastry cooked and the filling of that tart made. No way in the world at all.
1 minute, guys. Right, that's it. All done, guys. All done.
Samia has made a chicken tagine with lemons and olives, and for dessert, a French plum tart with cream.
It's Moorish, it's interesting, it's well balanced, it's well seasoned. I think it's delicious, and it should be delicious because it's your food. And it's the food that you grew up with, and I think it just shows in what you cook.
I think the flavours are absolutely right.
So far in this competition, Angela hasn't been afraid to take risks with her experimental approach to food.
Angela, you've got an extraordinary varied group of ingredients upon your bench. Does that mean this experimental cooking of yours is going to continue?
They're not crazy experimental, they're just little touches, something a little different. My first course is carpaccio of venison with a watercress salad and raspberry vinaigrette. My second course is salmon with a sticky glaze, stir-fried vegetables and miso potatoes. And then for my pudding, I'm doing a lemon and basil tart with strawberry balsamic cream. I think that's my crazy element.
You are a very young quarter-finalist. Does that mean you haven't got the knowledge of the other contestants?
I don't know, because I think I've been cooking since I was, as soon as I could walk and talk, really. I've always been in the kitchen. I'd love to do it as a living.
Why?
Because I'm fed up of being a temp. I'm just temping at the moment. I haven't really got any sort of direct career path. I spent ages at university following what everyone wanted me to do, and now I want to do something that I want to do, which is cooking.
So this is for you?
Yes, it's for me.
I'm really interested in this lemon mousse type tart with basil. For some reason, I trust her mixture of flavour. I think that's really, really intelligent.
1 minute. It's finishing touches now. It's 1 minute. $20 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, step away from your bench. All you three played it tight.
Angela's first course is carpaccio of venison with watercress salad and a raspberry vinaigrette.
I do like the look of this dish. You did this because it was relatively simple to free up time for the more complex stuff. I understand that perfectly. The lovely sweetness of that vinaigrette coating that carpaccio that's been well seasoned. I mean, nice.
It's a big gamble, and your gamble's paid off. It's a really good dish, but it's also a very, very clever dish for a competition. Intelligent cooking, delicious cooking.
The kids really enjoy this dish. They're my biggest critics. As much as Greg and John are very important, if it gets past the kids, I'm confident to bring it to the MasterChef kitchen.
Jeff, what are you making for us, please, sir?
It's a pan-fried cod, wild garlic, new potatoes. Yeah, so this is something that I usually put in a tray bake.
Really?
Well, do you know what I'm showing myself, really, is that I can actually take a little bit more care, think about it a little bit more, and actually produce something I can be really proud of.
Can you do that?
I don't know, we'll find.
Jeff's dish is inspired by a tray bake. Fantastic. The piece of cod, which is pan-fried, serving it with some new potatoes flavoured with wild garlic and whole grain mustard dressing. Lovely idea. But Jeff is salting his cod. It can take all the moisture out of it and is in danger of going very, very dry when it cooks.
Guys, you have 20 minutes left.
I love salmon, so I am looking forward to seeing that pink, succulent salmon just turn light pink and fluffy and just falling off the flakes. For me to now fluff this up would mean I'm letting down all the salmon lovers. I just can't let myself down.
Tell me why it is you like salmon so much.
You just can't get bored of salmon. You can cook it in so many ways.
And how many times a week do you have it?
Probably 3 to 4 times a day. Yeah, I'm just full of fish in here.
You eat salmon every day?
Yeah, sometimes I do the salmon dance.
That looks a lot like the chicken dance to me. I would have thought it would have been more...
Yeah, you could put some of that in
and
there.
this would have been much more
Yeah,
chicken.
I guess.
Alicia has some sort of infatuation for salmon. I mean, she loves the stuff. A butter sauce served with wild mushrooms, shallots and capers. It sounds really, really delicious. Nobody likes dry salmon. So if Alicia overcooks and it does go dry, we've got a problem, regardless of how good the sauce is and the vegetable garnish.
Guys, you've got 4 minutes. Just 4 minutes.
This is the bit that's tricky.
Gethin?
Yeah?
This is looking a bit nasty.
I know. Can we not talk about that?
So what are you going to do instead?
I'm just going to give you some nice butter, peas.
Quick, 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 quick.
You have 30 seconds, everybody.
I'm happy it's the final bit.
That's it. Time's up, everybody. Stop.
Oh, my God. This looks amazing, Armour.
Thank you, Felicity.
Emma, could you bring your fish up, please?
I'll give it a go.
Amma has served sea bass on a vermicelli rice noodle salad flavoured with teriyaki sauce, ginger, spring onion and chilli, and a sweet chilli sauce.
When you both eat and I can't hear you, you seem like a romantic couple to me.
In your noodles, the ginger, the onion, bit of garlic as well, and that coriander is fabulous with the fish. Your sweet chili sauce is fantastic, but the noodles are also sweet because there's teriyaki running through it.
I think this is great. Your fish is cooked beautifully. The skin is crispy. The big pieces of green chili across the top are a little bit too big. However, the rest of it, I think, is fantastic.
Thank you.